like a bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time. It's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We're meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Step out to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me, we're meant to be outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Hello, welcome to Wheels Up Wednesday. I am Uncle Mike, your favorite gamer's favorite uncle. And yeah, we are back here on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 on the Xbox Series S. And as I talked about yesterday when I did another flight that was a recreation of an in real life YouTuber's flight, I talked about then how that is going to be my MO going forward here with Microsoft Flight Simulator, is getting out there on the interweb and YouTube and finding out some in real life pilots, some amazing in real life pilots and their YouTube channels, and recreating some of their flights. And so what we got here tonight is we are here in November for Quebec Romeo. This is Juan Brown of Blancolirio YouTube channel. I've already put a link in the description, so if you want to watch the real life flight that they did here in for Quebec Romeo, this Husky, Aviat Husky. And so we are going to recreate that flight. I do have live weather on here, so the weather looks VFR for what we want to do, especially looks like out toward the coast here, out to the west. So it looks like we're going to have good weather. But yeah, I'm going to recreate flights. And so this is what we've got here tonight, the Husky in here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this flight. It's going to be a lot of fun. The video was a lot of fun to watch. I've watched it several times to kind of study it. So yep, everything's looking good, but we're going to cold start here with the Husky, and then we're gonna head out west and do some airplane camping. We'll see if we actually make it a round trip or whether we just do it a one-way. The video is kind of round trip, but here for me, might be better if we just do a one-way trip out to Gravelly Valley out in the National Forest out here in Northern California. There's looks like a Forest Service airport dirt strip out there that we can take the Husky. So, Capo, come on! How are you? Good to see you. thumbs up because you are amazing. Thank you for joining me last night on my first recreated Microsoft flight. I will, for everybody else who's joining here and is wondering about other Xbox games for the rest of the week and the weekend and stuff, we'll be back playing The Tourist and some other indie games or platformer games and puzzle platformer games and so on. We'll be checking out some other games, and we'll get back to the flight simulator for Wheels Up Wednesday. But here we are on Wheels Up Wednesday. Most people call this Hump Day, but they forget about the Geico commercial, and there's more to the Geico commercial than just Hump Day. That camel walking around, the first thing he was saying was, Mike. So yeah, that's Mike Day. But yeah, kind of give you the tour here of the Husky. Really a good looking aircraft. It's kind of in the same color scheme. I've only got one livery to do here for the Husky here on the Xbox, which is really this trimmed in black but mostly yellow Husky. The real for Quebec Romeo now is black and yellow, I would say. And but yeah, and because of Juan's in real life service, I went ahead and picked out the avatar that's got the military helmet and stuff on, and I'm not actually sure if it's his son or if it's grandson. I'm going to say it's his grandson that goes with him here, Pete. So he's in the video and he's on the flight too. So, but here we are on the tarmac. We are ready for start, and we'll check the weather and stuff. But it looks really actually nice. I can't see the windsock anywhere. I don't really know where the windsock is to try to get an idea of what the wind's doing to us here. I'm not really know if there's a standard place in Microsoft Flight Sim where they put the windsock, but we'll listen to ATIS and see what we get for the wind. But yeah, let's go ahead and it's a great aircraft. It's a lot of fun to fly in Microsoft Flight Sim too. So, but let's we got the door open right now. Let's go ahead and jump in. So here we are. Another thing is that this is the let's call it the glass cockpit of the Aviat. This is the A-1C. I think the real for Quebec Romeo is the A-1A, and so it's got the steam gauges and all that, which I actually prefer. So this is all glass cockpit. It kind of talks to you, and it's got modern systems and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, let's get her booted up, and let's go ahead and get into the air here. So one of the things we can do is go ahead and turn the battery on. Go ahead and turn the avionics on. Let those boot up. That way we get some engine gauges over here. So since we are actually operating the airplane, let's go ahead and turn on some anti-smash lights. So that way then, because we are, like I said, as soon as we're in the airplane, we're actually doing something in the airplane. We're operating the airplane, and we need to make sure that we put on some anti-smash. So if we go outside the airport, you can see the green on there. Got the red on this side. And sure. All right. We're VFR, so we can keep 2100. We can go ahead and click on, make sure that's on altitude mode and all of that kind of stuff. Cowl flaps right now are closed. Mixture is full rich. We can go ahead and lean that out because we are probably going to need to reset the altimeter maybe, but right now it's reading, we're at 3100. Prop is full RPM. We can come over here and we can go ahead and put on the fuel pump, get some fuel, get some pressure there. Go ahead and crack the throttle. There we go. Let's see here. Oh. You come down here and turn on the fuel. Let's go ahead and now. Caution. Yeah, got it. There we go. Get some fuel in the system. There we go. And can I get a clear prop? Whoa. 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 Oh. Okay, that didn't go as planned. I had throttle crack. I did not check to make sure. So sorry about that, Juan Brown and the Blancolirio channel. I wrecked your airplane. Good thing is that we could just restart in the sim. It's one of the great things about flight sim. Okay. Good. I talked about it last time too. Good thing about gaming. Hey, oh, this guy's now coming over here saying, "Oh, it's going to start us at a different spot." Okay, no worries. Good thing about, like I said, gaming, flight sim. It's all about learning. You get to learn. So there you go. Now you see how. What did we learn? Parking brakes. Also, what happens is that because I'm flying on the Xbox, I can't just hit the brakes. I actually had it in cursor mode, which deactivates all the flight commands. So that's why all of a sudden I couldn't. I was hitting X for the brakes, but that didn't work out at all. So all right, so fuel valve is there. Let's come over here and just check. Cow flaps are tucked up right underneath, but there I can see they're cow flaps. All right, so they're closed. So fuel is on. We don't really need anything up here. Fuel is full. So now come down here, turn everything on. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and confirm here. Yes, parking brakes are now set. Little fuel, we're operating the aircraft, so let's go ahead and put on some lights so people don't run into us. All right, let's do this again. Can I get a clear prop? There we go. Give it some juice, let it warm up. Whew. I'm glad I got that on live stream. That's I might have to make a little clip. Hey, watch away. Can you not hear me? I said, here, let me open the door. Excuse me? Did you not hear that I said clear prop? I tell you, people walking around the airplanes is not paying any attention to what's going on. So we've got the glass cockpit here. We can go ahead and pull some mixture out while we're sitting down here. Go ahead and turn the alternator on now. Start making some juice. All right, landing lights and all that looking good. I'm not even sure what some of this stuff does. You know what I'm saying? Traffic. Oh, that's cool. I don't have a lot of time in this airplane, I'll be honest with you, so I'm not really sure where all the flippers and levers are. Alternate air. Okay, gotcha. Demonstrated crosswind 15 miles an hour. What have we got? So we've got, on the outside is miles an hour, knots on the inside of the steam gauge, but we've got vision right here, so we can actually put, there we go. Nice. Oh yeah, that is sexy right there. All right, let's go ahead and dial up automated weather here at Nevada County. Nevada County. All right, we are going to be going around all kinds of just uncontrolled airspace and stuff. I could actually bring that up of where we're at if it makes sense while we're flying and what our flight plan is. But basically, we've got Beale Air Force Base right to our west, and so we're gonna skirt around the north of that. We're gonna go up to a little town of Corning. And then we're going to head south into Gravelly Valley is what we're going to do. So wind is calm, so we have our own choice. So we're going to taxi all the way down there to runway 25 here at Nevada County. All right. Those evil parking brakes are coming off. let's go ahead and start our taxi. I think the taxi ribbon's probably going to tell us to go somewhere else, and I know where it can go. I know exactly where it can go. There we go. Come on. All right. Yep, it's going to have us go to runway 07. I don't want to do that. I want to go to runway 25. That seems to be the runway that they use a lot when I've been watching, like Blancolirio flying out of Nevada County, and James Good and his Air Coupe flying out of Nevada County. They're usually taking off on runway 25. So not a really good model of the airport here. There's a lot of T-hangers and all this kind of stuff here, and so not the best model of the airport, but you know, it is what it is, you know. We got runways, so we're good. Come down here, we'll go ahead and do a little run-up check, and then we'll head out. Now, one of the things that's going to be interesting about this flight here, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be interesting, is that with this aircraft, I do not have autopilot. So unlike yesterday's flight where we could do a lot of talking and all that kind of stuff, we're in the bush plane here. We're in the Husky, and so with this, we are going to need to be stick and rudder here for the whole flight. So I will have to be trimming it up in pitch trim, which is basically where I press the bumper and use the right stick up and down to do pitch trim. So it'll be a little bit more fun flight, and that's also part of the reason why I might just do the outbound portion. I have planned maybe to come back here to Nevada County, but might not do that. Might not do that at all. So because we've got over an hour flight to go ahead and get out to Gravelly Valley. So you can see I can't even see over the cockpit, over the nose here. So I'll use the advantage of Xbox gaming and go ahead and go out here to third person view. Taxi up here to the run up area. Coming up here on our right. Yeah, but there's great videos that Blancolirio has. Juan's got out there that's beautiful, beautiful videos of this aircraft. And I think about Blancoliro's channel, if you go check out his channel down below, one of the things that's really, really, really amazing about his channel, it's a real educational channel. He goes over a lot of incidences and accidents that happen in commercial general aviation. Does a lot of firefighting because Cal Fire, I think is what they are. Cal Fire is based here. Firefighting guys. So he does a lot of what I would say is educational stuff. And I really like that because, again, to me, play is about learning. Gaming is about learning. And so, yeah, when I found his channel, it's excellent. It just really is excellent. So, all right, we're down here at the end of runway 25. Let's go ahead and do a little run up here. So let's go ahead and give it some juice. Go to about 1,800 RPMs here. All right, let's go ahead and check mags. Mag looks real good. Let it come back to 1,800 about. There we go. Let's check the left mag. Looks real good. I would imagine we need to cycle, get some oil through our constant speed propeller. So let's go ahead and should get it dropped. Oh. Interesting. Usually get a drop in oil pressure. I don't know how well they're modeling that there with the prop man. Let's go ahead and trim for. We'll go ahead and go. We're below 5,000 feet. I'm going to go full rich. Everything's looking good. Alternate. We're on alt mode on the transponder on the squawk box. Everything's looking good, so let's go ahead and get landing lights on. You know, since we're going to be VFR the whole flight, let's go ahead and turn on the recognition lights. So what does that do? We're flashing now. See, we're flashing out here. We're flashing. We're flashing. So, looking good. There you go. You can see. Here, let's go ahead. While we're letting everything warm up. Look at Juan there. This guy's a helmet on and everything. Woo! Kablamo! That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you for your service, Juan. Thank you. All right. Let's go ahead and button up the door and make it less loud in here. All right. We're all set to go now. I've already wrecked the airplane once. Don't need to do it again. Let's come over here. 1700. Everything's looking good. We're looking ready. It's all telling us we are ready to go. Come back on the power here. Nice, huh? Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right, we are ready to go. Let's go ahead and reset that view. Parking brakes come off. Let's kick some rudder. And now let's go out here and go the hold line. I'll go ahead and do the calls for us instead of doing ATC in the game, since we're going to be going to all uncontrolled airports here. Let's just come up here to the hold lines. All right. Now, while we're just waiting, here's no traffic. I can actually bring up on here the map. There we go. So you can see we're going to basically be doing a straight out departure. And I can come up here, zoom out a little bit. I'm not sure. Can I hold this and move it? Oh, yes, I can. That's cool. So we're going to be heading out here up to Corning. That is where we're going to be heading out to first. So, yeah, everything's looking good. I'll bring this back up once we're up, but you can see that it's pretty much kind of just a straight out departure. So that's what we'll go ahead and tell them that we're going to be doing here. Oh, there we go. So 3D vision, let's get that back going. There we go. All right, we're ready to go. I'm ready to rock and roll. Oh, is that what you were saying? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't really following you. Gotcha. Yep. All right, let's go ahead and power of gaming. We can take a look, see if we got any traffic. I don't hear anybody, see anybody, and all that kind of good stuff. So, all right. So, Nevada County traffic. Yellow Huskies taking runway 25, straight out departure, Nevada County. All right, here we go. Give it a little throttle. Dial in one notch of flaps here. So basically takeoff here is what we're going to do. Maybe I should have done line up and wait, but that's okay, since I'm going to be narrating here a little bit. Let's go ahead and get ready for. All right. Basically going to go full power, so let's go ahead and roll in the power. Here comes the power. Got one notch of flaps. Trim, trim, trim. Yep, got it. And just kind of, we're flying. Stay down here, stay down low here in ground effect. Oh yeah, a little heavy on the stick there. All right, bring up the flaps. All right, yeah, I like that, huh? All right, we are nice and fast now. All right, looking good. Trim, trim, trim. Trim, trim, trim. All right, Nevada County traffic. Yellow Husky is off the ground, runway 25, straight out departure. Departing to the east, or to the west, Nevada County. All right, out we go. All right, come back on the power a little bit here. Yeah, sorry. Came back way too much on the power. There we go. Got 22 inches come back on the prop here. Let's go 2,500 RPMs on the prop. Like I said, I've got to fly this here. I got no autopilot here. I got a lot of stuff going on. Very nice. San Francisco, man, that's awesome. San Francisco, Honolulu to San Francisco. Man, that's over the pond, or over the other pond. All right. Go ahead and just keep climbing on up here. We just got a nice easy climb. Again, I got to trim all this by hand. Trim, trim, trim. A little bit more work on the controller here with this flight. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and bring up the map. There we go. We will just fly this the old school. So we got airspeed over there on the left. We got altitude over there on the right. That's all we really need to be able to VFR. It looks really nice out in front of us. So let's just go ahead and keep climbing out. I think if I'm not mistaken, right over here, like on one of these ridges, like really right over here somewhere, is where they just had the Rice's fire. And again, on Blancolirio's channel, he literally was watching it live. It was amazing. He was live streaming because they had some cameras up from somebody's ranch or something like that. Oh yeah, it was amazing to watch that. Just fantastic. So again, once it takes a while for the videos to go from live to actually be videos on that I can edit. So it'll take me a while at the end to put like the card, but already down in the description is the link, the YouTube link to this flight, and also to the Blancolirio's channel. But yeah, amazing stuff, amazing stuff. But yep, I am sitting here. I am gonna have to be flying here for the hour or so that we are gonna be flying. I've got to fly all this by hand, so you'll hear me say trim, trim, trim all the time. But we are looking pretty good here. I'm going to go ahead and come back on the throttle just a little bit more. I'm going to come back to 20 inches, about 20 inches or so. Manifold pressure, and about 2,500 RPMs for the climb, huh? It shouldn't squawk at me. I should be okay with that. All right, here I can bring up Sky Vector over here, and I can kind of give a little narration here. Yeah, I really can't give you any narration. I'm not really sure. But we got to skirt Beale Air Force Base. So Beale Air Force Base is out over here at 10 o'clock. So we will need to make sure, because they've always, those mountains across the valley straight ahead is actually where we're kind of going to end up over there, a whole nother mountains. Trim, trim, trim. That we're going to have to work. We're going to climb up here. Yeah, we're already above terrain, so you know, VFR, and we're heading west, so that would be, what would that be? That would be evens, right? Evens plus 500. So we'll go ahead and climb up to 6,500 here. And I can see that the altimeter usually is much quicker in telling you elevation or altitude changes than your vertical speed indicator, if I remember right, because the VSI is taking basically a differential of pressure and stuff. So the altimeter is actually quicker. So if I remember right, when I was learning to fly, my flight instructor taught me that, and so I would look at the altimeter about whether I'm in a climb and also just looking outside the cockpit, right? You get the idea of what the view is out the cockpit when you're straight and level, you're in a climb or whatever. But obviously we've got plenty of speed going on here. All right. Flaps are up. Fuel looks good. You can see the fuel right there. I went ahead and filled up the tanks. Ooh, we got a little cloud forming right here in front of us. It's all right though. You can see right through it, so we're still VFR. So heading out here. to Corning. So let's go here while we're just got a nice climb here. Flight plan. So you can see we're heading out to Corning. Why is that showing me over here now? I want to go here. How do I get that? How do I get that to activate? Oh no, how do I activate it? I don't know. Flight plan? Waypoint info? No. Flight plan. I don't know how to activate the flight. I don't know how to like go say I want to activate this. Maybe I just did. Let's go to map now. There we go. There we go. Now you can actually see. I don't know why it wasn't loading. All right, we need to go ahead and make that turn. We got to stay out of airspace of Beale Air Force Base. Well, we're gonna get some. Well, Beale Air Force Base, the thing has mostly transport, so I'm not sure what they've got based there in terms of. Well, they got. I think they got the big old Global Hawk. I think the big Global Hawk is based there. So we're just nice climb up here to 5,000. So we're gonna just keep a nice easy climb. This thing is a rocket ship. We could zoom right if we wanted to 6,500, but hey, we're just having a nice look here. Look out here on this VFR flight to Gravelly Valley by way of Corning, California. Ooh, a little turbulence there bouncing us around up here in the mountains. I do have live weather and all that, so there are live players, live weather, live time, all here in Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series S. Everything is looking real good. Plane's a little bit quieter than the other one, so I'm going to go ahead and turn up the game sound here. Get a little more ambiance. Alright, we got our anti-smash. Remember, we're flashing. We're flashing. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this ride. Look at this ride. Like I said, just a nice, easy climb. We got our electronic altitude indicator down there and down here. Squawking VFR. If we want to save some fuel, we could go ahead and just a little bit of mixture out of this. It's all good. We're going to be dropping down here in this valley once we get out here anyways, and Corning it's pretty low. But we're dropping from a 3,000 foot elevation at Nevada County down over here to Corning, and Corning's only like, I don't know, 200, 300 feet in elevation. So, yeah, very cool. Yeah, nice flight so far. Everything's going real nice. Real nice here in the flight. Again, I am flying on the controller. So if you are interested in Microsoft Flight Simulator and the Xbox Series S or X, it is on Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass, like I have Game Pass, you can get this then through Game Pass, and you know, you can start having some fun and start learning to fly, get some experience, because this, as I talked last night, this is a simulator. And so it's not really, I call it a game. It has some game elements to it, but it's, you know, it's factual. It really has what really is happening in the world. It's not kind of just made up. There are some made up stuff, like we have the Dark Star from the movie, you know, Top Gun Maverick now, which is, you know, Mach 10 airplane, and we got that. We can get that free. You get the Halo ship from the Halo games on Xbox. So that's kind of fun. So, all right. Just keep doing our slow climb here to 6,500 feet. Heading 300 there on the old compass. Got the trim set real nice for our little climb here. But of course, then comes the work. We're going to have to set the trim for level flight. Beautiful terrain though. Look at that beautiful terrain. It's beautiful out here. I'm not really sure what lake this is. Not really There's New Bullards Bar Reservoir, but that's the one that's out there off the right wing. You can see it on the map. There. Back over there. There it is. We got traffic on the ADS-B, but I'm sure it's probably way above us. Interesting thing is coming up right in front of us here, though. This is the Oroville Reservoir, and that's pretty cool because that's where the Oroville Dam is. Where they had all the problems with the dam and all that. What was it, a couple years ago? Wow, look at that! Look how the weather's cleared up out here for it. This is live weather. We got some weather over the mountains and stuff, but down here in this valley, woo, it's looking nice. What's up, Oliver Smith? We are flying the Husky. This is for Quebec Romeo here. This is Blancoliro's Juan Brown from YouTube. We are doing a flight that he did on his YouTube channel, where he flew out to Gravelly Valley and did some camping out there. So I figured we would go ahead and recreate his flight. You can actually see a link to the flight down in the description below. You can also get a link to his channel. Interesting thing about this flight, though, is we are having to hand fly this the whole way. There's no autopilot here in Fort Quebec Romeo. So, but everything is looking good. We are about a little over 80 knots in the climb. I like it. We're going to 6,500 feet for the climb. And then we're just going to have to descend down into Corning. We're going to do a full stop at Corning Municipal Airport in Corning, California. Northwest here of Oroville Reservoir, and the reason being is, well, I'm not going to even say the reason why we're gonna stop in Corning. You actually need to go watch the real flight and the real video. It's in the very beginning of the video as to why Juan, and I think it's his grandson. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure, but we'll just say Pete. We'll just call it Juan and Pete. When they did the actual flight, so they made a stop in Corning, and so because really it's almost a direct shot west almost from Nevada County out to Gravelly Valley, but in their video they went to Corning first, so we're going to go to Corning also because I like to recreate the flight. So, but yeah, this is coming up. We're coming up on Oroville Dam right here. Going on our way to Corning. The dam is about halfway to Corning, so also if I climb up 6,500 feet, then I also stay out of Chico Municipal, which is a controlled airspace, got a control tower, so I don't have to talk to them if I'm above their airspace there. So we'll go ahead and climb on, get high above that, and we can always drop on in and ooh, gotta watch out for my back. We can always drop on into Corning. But yeah, this is coming up here. That's right there. That's Oroville Reservoir, where they had the Oroville Dam collapse. Remember that? I think it was their overspill, right? Their overspill. Is that what they call it? Overspill. Is it spillway? Spillway. The spillway collapsed. I don't know if the dam actually collapsed or if it was spillway. You can go look it up. You can look up Oroville Dam collapse or whatever, and you can go see all of it. So, all right, we're coming up on 6,500 feet. I'm going to go ahead and slow, let the plane pick up some momentum here as we go ahead and pitch on over. Watch that altimeter. We'll just let that. We need to get I haven't flown this airplane much, so I need to kind of learn what the view looks like out of the cockpit for level flight. All right, so trim. All right, nose still coming up. Trim. All right, you see that altimeter say is dropping, so we know we're, so it's about right in here is level flight. So I'm actually having to pull back on the stick here to keep that. So trim, trim, trim. It'll take us a while to settle in here. It's just really hard on the flight sim to get trim set, because you got to press RB at the same time that you're using the right stick to do the trim. The trim lever, actually, if you want to know, is right here. There it is in the game, and there's our indicator right there. So, all right, we've gained some speed here, so we got to keep trimming it here. We've got some little bit of turbulence going on. So, but yeah, this is going to be a lot different here in this flight, because I am having to fly this the whole way. This is not autopilot here. There's no autopilot in this airplane. So this is actually going to be one of the longest flights I've ever done without an autopilot, because autopilots are real nice in the flight sim. You can see we're still actually a little bit in, it looks like in a descent here. So yep, watch that altimeter there. So we're in a little bit of descent. So I'll just give a little bit of trim up. We'll keep within a couple hundred feet of 6,500 here. So still in the descent, a little bit more trim up. But there's the dam, and I'm sure that, like I said, they had a problem with the spillway. You can see the you can see the spillway right down there. All right, I really pitched this over there. I really screwed us up, got us way down. Let's get us back up here. So, but yeah, that's the new modern spillway. But yeah, they had a problem with it. I'm not really, like I said, I think it was the spillway, not the dam itself, but you can look it up on YouTube. So, but yeah, that is Oroville Dam right there. Oroville Reservoir. Like I said, famous because of its failure of that spillway. So it was a very interesting design spillway too. So I got a little bit of a turn here. We'll just go ahead. All right, looks like we're still in a descent, so I'm going to go ahead and trim up a little bit more. And all right, so we've got some airplanes out here, but I think they're probably, yeah, they're airliners. They're way up high. You can't even maybe see. I see their anti-smash lights flickering up there. Again, flight sim seems real popular with people who like to do the big airliners and fly the jets, and you know, kind of the Airbuses, which are, you know, they're so automated these days. You know. All right, trim a little bit more here. Get that nose. We're still in a slight descent here. So I trimmed too hard nose down there. So, but we are heading here to Corning, California, and eventually then. But we are going to make our way. We're going to then turn, since we're going northwest now. Once we get to Corning, we'll do a full stop landing there. Maybe take a little stretch break, and then we'll head down to Gravelly Valley, and I think I'll call that probably the flight then. It'll be over an hour flight. We've already been streaming here for 45 minutes. If you know, in real life, my back is all kinds of messed up. So to sit here, and so a lot of times I lean back in my chair, I ease the seat back. I can't fly 55, so and so yeah, my back just kind of gets tired and stuff, and I just need to stand up and stretch. So we'll land at Corning, do a full stop, and then we will full stop at Corning, stretch break, and then head southwest to Gravelly Valley, do some where we'll camp. And it was really neat because in the video, in the Blancolirio video, the real life video that I'm recreating this flight from, it's really neat to see them camping down there. Then they meet somebody like in a Cessna 140. That was really cool to see that person in his little you know, kind of like his little one man airplane. It was cool. It's really neat. So you can, like I said, you can see those videos down in the description below. So everything's looking good. We still got our anti-smash lights on. We're telling everybody we're on our way. There's Oroville Dam back there. We took off Nevada County. Oh, look at that. You can see, look at Juan Brown. Look at that. In his military helmet. Look at that. Oh, he's looking sharp. You can see Pete in the back there. What's up, Pete? Very cool. Woo. Well, getting a little bit of turbulence out here now. Bouncing us around. But it's also going to affect our trim as we bounce through thermals and stuff like that. So it looks like now Chico is coming up here on our map. So if we come down here, I wonder if that's, no, that's not Chico. What is that? That's probably Ranchero. That's what that is. That's Ranchero. Just past Ranchero, which is a private strip there, is Chico, which has a control tower. So we'll zoom over the top of them. We'll get out of their airspace, and then we'll descend down into Corning, California for our full stop. So we're going to be doing 2 full stops. We're going to fly up here to Corning, full stop, and then we'll take off, and after our little stretch break, and then we'll head to Gravely Valley down by Snow Mountain. So Oliver Smith, sorry about that. I think I said thank you and all that. Yeah, I enjoy doing this. And so I will cancel a live stream. I'll cancel a live stream if my back's hurting or something like that. I'll just cancel, because I like to have the energy up. I do this for fun, right? So gaming is about fun. It's about play. It's about learning. It's about community. It's about sharing, right? And all this kind of stuff. So I like gaming. I like games. I like playing games. I like talking about games. So. All right, town of Chico right out here in front of us. But you can see, like, if you oh, look, see, we went through that thermal, and it really screwed up our trim. So now we're at 6,000 feet. Let's go ahead and climb. Let's get it back in that climb above 6,500 feet here, since we are VFR heading in a westerly way. So let's go ahead and bring that on up. Maybe after Chico, we'll do a little, once we get cruise power set to head down to Gravely, or after Corning, and on our way down Gravely Valley, maybe we'll see what this thing can do. Maybe we can, instead of setting this up for just a nice, easy cruise, saving some fuel, maybe we will go ahead and set this up for cruise, see what we can really get this thing cruising at. So. But yeah, I appreciate you, Oliver, recognizing the energy. The energy, yeah. Alright, there we go. Chico's now coming up. The blue dot there on our map is just showing up now. There it is. Kilo Charlie, Indigo Charlie. That is Chico Airport. Again, since it's got a tower, we're going to stay above it. And then we'll come over here and we'll talk to Corning. We'll just say, hey, Corning traffic, there's a yellow Husky overhead for landing. We're coming on down. Our intentions are to get this puppy on the ground. Alright, we're gonna see how much does this wheel actually move when I just, okay, that's why. I've actually got to like hold it for a little bit before it actually does an input. See, if I just tap it, yeah, it needs some time before it actually signals an input in the trim. That's why I wasn't really trimming there. See, there it goes. Interesting. Okay. Hey, you know, you learn something every day. That's why gaming's so much fun. Let's see. Does it tell us our scale? All right, well, it says we got 27 miles to Corning. Oh, look at that. It is giving us our vertical speed indicator down there. Interesting. Okay. Oh, ground speed 103. Okay. 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 Gotcha. There's Corning right off the nose. Airport is right off the nose there. Let's see. I want to see something though. Does it give us a scale though? No, I really don't see a scale of how far, how far that is. So, okay. Just looking. It's not too far though. All right, so that's pretty good. Have to admit though, it's a little hard to see sometimes. Where are my aviators? But I don't look. See, I don't look as cool and as dashing if I don't wear my aviators. You know what I'm saying? Put the aviators on. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't look as cool as Juan in here. And there's Pete. Pete's a little bigger. Look at that. Look at that. That is one sharp looking airplane. Yep. There is the town of Chino. Right off the nose there is Chino Municipal. Like I said, it does have a tower, so we're going to go ahead and stay above its airspace. We're back to 6,400 feet. I'm going to check everything, see if we need to. Oil looks good. Everything looks like it's in the green. Everything looks good. I don't see anything that we should be alarmed about. Do you? Nope. Okay, good. That way we don't have to worry about popping open the cow flaps and all that kind of stuff. We'll leave all that alone for advanced flyers. In case you want to know where the cow flap is, it's tucked in over here. It's really hard to get to see. But it's see, it's so hard to get to. It's tucked, there's a knob, it's tucked up underneath here. So yeah, it's really hard to get to the knob. But there we are. There is Chico Municipal and the town of Chico, California. And straight out in front of us is Corning. So what we're going to do here is once we get past Chico and their control tower, making us fly up here. I guess we could have gone around them, but I'll just go right over the top of them. Oh, there's an airplane. Let's see, is that traffic somewhere? Or is that going to be an airliner way up high? Probably an airliner way up high. I don't like to turn the name tags on. You can turn the name tags on so you can see everybody's name. And maybe I'll do that in future flights so you can see that. And then we would actually know where they're at. But they're almost always an airliner flying up high. Yeah, there they are. Right above the tail. Right there. Right above, literally right above the tail. Way up high. You know, there's so much more to Microsoft Flight Simulator than just flying the big, heavy airliners. I mean, because we'll take Blancolirio as an example. Blancolirio, he's a commercial airline pilot. And some of his videos that he has about the airline industry are very, very interesting. But his channel is not about commercial airlines. It's about the Husky, and it's about the aviation industry, and a whole bunch of other stuff, but mainly it's a learning channel. I just find it fascinating. So there we go. We're going right over. Look at that. Right over Chico Municipal. Like I said, if we were down lower, I'd contact them, but I don't want to worry about ATC here in the game. So we're gonna do our own calls if we need to. So Corning's uncontrolled, and so of course Gravelly Valley is uncontrolled. So like I said, when we leave Corning, we'll probably do something like, I don't know, maybe like 24 inches on the manifold and 2,500 RPM, something like that. Kind of see if we can get this thing scooting a little more. Because we'll have some terrain going down to Gravelly Valley. We've got some mountains and stuff, so we've got to get over some 5,000, maybe even 6,000 foot stuff. But so it looks like, you know, again, 6,500 would be good, but there'll be some mountain peaks that we'll have to watch out for. So, all right, we are right over Chico. There it is, Chico Municipal. Man, I got this plane trimmed up. You know what? I'm just gonna say, me, Uncle Mike, I'm amazing also. All right, let's look and see what we've got here. On the digital, it says we are hundreds over the ground. We got 16 miles. All right, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and trim for a little nose down here. We're high enough. We're definitely high enough to stay out of the controlled airspace there of Chico. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of trim, nose down a little bit, start a descent here. Not change any of the settings, still kind of basically being cruise here. Pick up some speed. And head on down here to Corning, California. So if you're interested to see, so I'm going to try this now. Bear with me, I might screw up my whole live stream here. But right here, we just passed over Chico, right down here, Chico in blue dot, and we are flying just right up here, and we're going into Corning, right over here, the town of Corning. So you can see we've got the big interstate, big power lines and train, and all this kind of stuff. So we just passed over. We're just basically following the road up, and then Corning is off the, I wonder if this is probably interstate over here since it's you know, it's a larger. So go ahead and trim down again here. Get in that descent. So that's what I'm looking at when you're like, see me looking over, and I'm looking at the Sky Vector VFR charts, which is another whole neat thing, because you are actually flight sim, and those charts, those real life charts, they line up. They line up. So that's another amazing thing. Another amazing thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's real world. Okay, it is real world. You know what? I wonder if I could somehow, maybe on the keyboard, I could actually also program in some trim settings, because just hitting the key would actually set it then, where it takes some time for the controller when I move the stick to actually activate the trim. So I might have to look at that for future flights. But you can see there's the river coming up. Let's see what we got here, huh? There's the road right here. See that we just passed over Chico. There's the big road. Over there, that straight line over there, that's probably the railroad cutting through the towns. And the railroad actually goes to, now the road, we got to actually jump over to another railroad that's across the river. So we're going to cross the river. So we know that we're getting pretty close when we cross over the river, which is right in front of us. So all right, I'm going to go ahead and pull some power out of this. Which will also help our descent. because Chico is on the board. Or not Chico, but zero right there. 0 Oscar 4. That is Corning. So 0 Oscar 4 is our airport. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull back the power a little bit. Start a descent. So we are now in almost a 600 foot per minute descent. That's a nice, comfortable descent for our ears. Let's go ahead and trim just a little bit here. See the river coming up. Yeah, looking good. It's beautiful out here. Just, you know, checking out the valley. I mean, we'll come out here and we can get better scenery if you come out here and really look. Look at that. I'll be doing some VFR, some dead reckoning flights too, where we'll use the charts like I just showed you, where we use, like, you know, the charts here. We'll use the charts, and a plane that really doesn't have very good navigation, doesn't have a map and stuff, like a J3 Cub. That would be amazing. And do some dead reckoning navigation. So we are coming up here. Let's see if we can put eyes on the airport here. Oof. Man, I'm struggling to actually locate the airport. It's kind of right off the nose. Alright, I'm going to come off the power a little bit more. Alright. We're well outside of Chico's airspace, so we can descend down here. Corning is at 300 feet, so 1,300 feet would be our traffic pattern altitude. Go ahead and we probably could listen to, let's see here, nearest airport list. Corning, there it is. And let's see if I go back. Oh, it goes to Corning. I don't know what runway I want to select. So I guess they don't have weather service. So we're going to overfly the airport, check out the winds, see what we want to do here. Still looking for the airport here. Yeah, I'm still trying. Might be straight. Might be right here. Might be right there. I don't know. It's hard to pick it up. But we'll come down here and we'll just talk to Corning traffic. We'll do it like we'll do the calls. We were doing it real world. Let's see if we can. Is this the airport right here in front of us? This might be the airport right here, or right here. I don't know. I think what are we about? Maybe what, 5 miles away? I don't know. So we could, we would make a call, something like, Corning traffic, Aviat Husky is 5 miles to the east. For landing full stop, we're gonna fly overhead. Check the winds. Corning. Just make some call like that. All right, what are we down to? 2,500. 1,300 was traffic pattern. All right, so with this, I am going to go ahead and dial in and then back out just a little bit off the prop. You can hear the prop RPMs go up as I dial in some more RPMs. Yes, that's definitely the airport right there. So Corning traffic, Yellow Husky is 3 miles to the east, going to fly midfield overhead, check the wind, Corning. Alright, so we're going to descend down to 1,300 feet, see if we can see the wind sock. It was pretty light winds when we took off from Nevada County, so maybe it's light winds down here too. I don't really know. That definitely looks like our airport. Let's go ahead and see what we've got here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's the runway right there, and there's the tarmac and all that. Okay, I got you. Let's just come a little left here. See if we can see a wind sock. Airplane on the tarmac down there. Oh, there's a windsock right there. I got you. Ha-ha! Windsock. All right, so we're going to be... All right. According to traffic, Yellow Husky is 1,500 feet directly overhead. Going to be entering a whatever runway this is. I don't even know what runway it is. I can't even see. See, can we get what runway this is? That's 1.5, so it'll be 3.2, huh? Or 3.3? So yeah. According to traffic, Yellow Husky is entering a right downwind. Runway 33, corner, full stop. All right. Pull some power out here, slow her down. Trim, trim, trim. Trim, trim, trim. All right, there we go. All right, whoa, getting a little crazy here. All right, let's slow her down a little bit more, getting that white arc. I don't think we got any traffic out here, so I'm just going to call final. All right, slow her down here as we turn. There we go. All right. Trim, trim, trim. There we go. All right, corner traffic, Yellow Husky on final, runway 33. We're gonna be landing. We're gonna be landing in the dirt to the left of runway 33. Full stop, corner. All right, here we go. A little fast. Bring the power back. Come on, come on now, get with us here. Looking good. I like what I see. All right. One seven. Oh, I misread that. Runway, all kinds of bad news, didn't I? Man, where was that then? Runway, was it runway 3? I read it as runway. I don't know why I even thought that, but that was a real good landing though. I'm gonna cross the taxiway, but I wanted to land in the grass, so that was for real. That was for real. If you watch the real video, you'll see why I landed over here in the grass. All right, there we are. Look at that, huh? All right, Pete. You go ahead and jump on out there, Pete. All right, with that, I'm going to take a little stretch break here in real life. And so here, let's go ahead and jump in the airplane here. Open the door for some air. Let Pete get out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the video. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to go ahead and put on the parking brakes here. And then I'm going to take a stretch break. You do the same, and I'll be back in 3 minutes. Here we go.
Good. I'm gonna come clear out some stuff with you. Hi, Bob. Burrito. I love him. Yes, I think I'm gonna give him my bear umbrella. I have the other one. Burrito. I love him. Burrito.
All right, we are back here after that stretch break. You can actually see in the video why we did a stretch break here. Well, since we're looking at that, I didn't even go full rich. Whoo, man, made a lot of mistakes this flight. Whew. I'm having a good time. That's what it's all about. Make mistakes, learning, all that kind of good stuff. Oh, look at that. I need some game sound on. There we go. Game sound is now back on. All right, after that quick little stop and go, let's go ahead and get back in the air and head to Gravely Valley here, second half of our flight. So everything's looking good. Let's go ahead, and mixture is full rich. I'm gonna go ahead and come back though a little bit on that, like it was before. So come back on that prop just a little bit. Everything is set to go. Parking brakes off. Let's go ahead and close the door. Door is closed, and away we go. So again, same kind of thing. Let's go ahead and trim now for takeoff. There we go. Trim for takeoff. And again, same kind of thing. We want to save these bush wheels. Those bush wheels are expensive. That's why we went ahead and landed over here in the grass, uncontrolled airport. So, all right, here we go. Power. This Husky will get off the ground real quick. Here we go. Nose is coming down. Where's it coming at? And get off the ground. There we go. Stay in ground effect. And bring the flaps up. Look at that. How did I miss that? Oh, that's just through. All right, off we go to Gravely Valley over here in the mountains. All right, pitch. Well, not pitch. We need trim. We got some rising terrain in front of us, so we got plenty of time here in this beautiful yellow Husky to climb up above that terrain. So you can see that we've got 50 miles to go. But we're going to go ahead and climb up here pretty quick, get to cruise, and we're going to go ahead and see what we can do with this. I'm going to go ahead and come back on the power just a little bit, go about 24 inches on the old manifold, keep the prop going about 2,700. We can bring that back just a little bit here, bring the prop back 2,600 RPMs. There we go. So 24 inches, 2,600 for our climb here, which should give us, all right, what are we climbing up here at? About 80 knots, about 90 miles an hour. Like it? I like it. We could get a lot better zoom if we wanted to, but no, there's no reason. Just having a nice flight here as we work our way to Gravely Valley. We've got an ADS-B showing another airplane out here. Oh, it's way up high again. It's right up there in the sun. Man, November 4 Quebec Romeo, it's an amazing airplane. It's amazing here in the flight sim too. Trim. And off we go to Gravely Valley. This is a dirt strip. I think it's maintained by the Forest Service. Climbing out again out of this valley. Not much to see over here. We got Black Butte. Maybe Black Butte Reservoir. Yep, it's coming up here off the nose, just to the left of the nose. 11 o'clock, Black Butte Reservoir. But nothing else really on the chart. That looks interesting. Elk Creek, a little time. All this kind of stuff. But we got to watch out. We're going to be down here by the Snow Mountain Wilderness area. And Snow Mountain is at 7,000 feet. So it's peak. So that's why 6,500 I think should be no problem for us. Also went ahead and turned on, in the real world here, turned on a fan over here. And I enjoy that when I stop talking, you can't hear the fan. Nope. So very good. Again, I'm sitting here, I'm just hand flying. I got it trimmed up, real nice, trim. Right, Pete? If you wonder why I say Pete all the time, because that's, like I said, that's our passenger in the real life video. It's Pete. Pete's back there. It's Juan and Pete going camping. Looking good. I got all my anti-smash lights still on. Like I said, we're going to do a little bit more performance run here with the Husky on this leg. We're not going to just kind of take it easy anymore. We're going to kind of climb on up here, get up to 6,500 feet. We're passing through 3,500 feet here. Get to 6,500 feet. Go for a fast cruise setting. Zip on down to Gravelly Valley, which is down here on Lake Pillsbury. Interesting. Down here on Lake Pillsbury. And I think because of that, like I said, by the time we get down there in real life here, my back's going to be sore enough, so I think I'll just do the outbound part of the flight. We're not going to do the return flight back to Nevada County. In the real life flight that Juan and Pete did, they did one stop. When they took off from Gravelly Valley after they were done camping, they stopped in Oroville Municipal, looks like, and got some brunch, it looks like. So all right, we'll just continue our climb. Everything's looking good. So again, I don't know if there's going to be a windsock out here. In the real video, there was a windsock at Gravelly Valley, so we might have to do the same thing. I mean, last time here the wind was out of the south, so we'll have to see what the wind's going to be like over here in the mountains, over by Gravelly Valley. But here is a Black Butte Reservoir. Beautiful terrain. It's amazing though down here. Is this like where the San Andreas Fault is? Where's the San Andreas Fault? Does it run this valley? Is this valley created because of the San Andreas Fault? I mean, yeah. Or is it more closer to the coast? I don't know. I don't know. That would be kind of an interesting flight, just to really fly, you know, down over the San Andreas Fault. But I am recreating YouTubers' real flights. So this is Blancolirio's flight to Gravelly Valley. And going camping over here at Gravelly Valley. So not sure what the next flight is that I'll do. I got several of them saved. I've been studying those flights. So for next week's Wheels Up Wednesday, not sure. We might have to go back to Steve O'Canivo and jump in the TBM 8. Well, for us it's his 850, but for us it's the TBM 930, a nice turbo prop. Might do one of his flights, something like that. So kind of get a little bit more performance. So, but yeah, there is Black Butte Reservoir. Very nice. When we get to Gravelly Valley, we'll do a full stop. So we'll land, taxi, find out where we want to camp, park the airplane, shut her down. So yeah, that will end our flight here. But yeah, not much to see here. Not much to see. Just the terrain. There's no real landmarks or anything like that. Some very interesting terrain down here. All right, passing through 5,000, almost 5,500. Like I said, we're going to 6,500, then we're going to go ahead and level this off. And I am going to go ahead and do this for, probably add some power. See what we can get this thing, see what we can get this thing going too. And now we got a little bit, we probably have a little bit of a headwind now, so since we're heading south. Southwest now from Corning down to Gravelly Valley in the Aviat Husky. This is a pay-wear airplane. I got the Tundra tires just like the real Ford Quebec Romeo does. All right, 5,500. Yeah, Kaipo, I need to do that too. I need to do that too. You know, I need to find, because I want to recreate other YouTubers' flights, and I'm pretty sure there's videos of people flying to the frigate shoals from Honolulu. So we need to do that. We need to do that. Even if I kind of do it old school and fly like an old Warbird or the F-16 or something like that. So we fly it now, and I don't know, there's probably like charter flights for scientists, because the French frigate shoals, I think right now it's completely shut down in terms of a base and all that. It was really built for what, World War II, right? And then I think there was a base on there for a while, and they tore everything down, and now it's nothing. I don't even think the airstrip is maintained really. So I think they just charter people out, scientists, to go look at the birds and all that. So, all right, coming through 6,000 feet. Go ahead and just take a little bit of, there we go. Again, we got plenty of fuel. I filled up, we're full of fuel and all that, so I'm not really worried about fuel flow right now. All right, looking sharp, looking real sharp. Look at that terrain, huh? We're about to get up to our 6,500. We're gonna cruise. We're gonna see what this thing can do in cruise here. All right, I think I know where I'm going, so I'm gonna go ahead and come down here and put on .3D vision. There we go. Now I get a little bit more information about the airplane. 6,500 feet. I'm gonna go ahead and pitch on over. We go ahead and go to maybe about. There we go. Come back. I'm gonna go about 21 inches on the manifold. Trim, trim, trim. All right. Looking pretty good there, 6,500. The digital does not set its the pressure altitude, so it stays at 29.92. It's a little bug or something like that. So yeah, we're cruising along here, 94 knots. All right, looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and go back here. I'm gonna go back to map. There we go. We can just watch our altitude here. Yeah, it's mostly charter. Do you know what? What kind of plane they charter? I mean, is it like a 737 or just like a Beechcraft Baron or something like that? Because I really would like to fly the airplane that's like in the video. I'll do some research though. I'll do some research. All right, we are trimmed up nicely here. 2,600 on the old RPM, 21 inches of manifold pressure. Cruising along here to what? Indicated about 90, 105 miles an hour. Okay. Ground speed is 94. So yeah, we definitely still got a south wind, so we'll need to keep that in mind. But we'll check the wind cycle when we get to Gravely Valley. How far we got to Gravely Valley? We got 30 miles. 30 miles to go to Gravely Valley. We're in a little bit of a climb, a little bit of trim. I'm not worried about that. We'll fake it till we make it. But now we're getting into the Mendocino. Come over here. It's Mendocino. That's what it is. Mendocino. Yeah. Mendocino National Forest here right in front of us. Gotcha. Yeah, not much to see on the old VFR chart here, so I'm just going to head right on over here to Gravely Valley. But it said Gravely Valley is on Lake Pillsbury, so we definitely have another landmark. But we got to get over this mountain right in front of us here. But we're going to skirt right over that thing. Right over that thing. I don't know what this mountain is in front of us, but it's pretty tall though. I don't know. Look at all the roads up here to get here into this national forest. That's cool up on the ridge. How amazing would it be to go explore all those kind of roads and stuff? Get yourself a forward bike. That's another thing that Blancolirio does, and he hasn't done it recently, but I watched some of them, probably just because of the weather and work and all that kind of stuff. But he does adventure, biking, like motocross, like an enduro bike, and go camping. He also does that too. So yeah, Blancolirio, he's amazing. Check out his channel. Like I said, I'll already put links to the real world flight, the RIL in real life flight that I'm recreating here. Put links already down in the description. You can also link down to Blancolirio's channel. So, all right, everything's looking good. Look at this Husky. Look at this. Let's go ahead and get it working in all its glory. That is sharp. And I have to admit, I'm doing pretty good flying the airplane here. It's beautiful weather, but flying this is all stick and rudder just on the controller, trimming, everything else. That's amazing. So I'm doing pretty good. Missed some calls, missed some runway things, crashed the plane on startup at the very beginning so we had to change out the prop real quick. That's something that Hal Stockton of the Flying Cowboys. Yeah, that's also some amazing things. I got Trent Palmer's plane, the Kit Fox, the Freedom Fox, so we could recreate some of his flights. He's got a bunch of videos out there of flights too, so looking good. Look at that road going up this mountain right here. Look at that. Is that telling me anything? Let's see, if I was coming right from, let's see, Corning, right to Gravity Valley. Oh yeah, I think that's Alder Springs. Maybe, I don't know. No, maybe not. There might be some type of like a helicopter landing strip on top of that mountain or over there. Probably made it for fighting fires and all this, because it says it's emergency only. Helicopter, Alder Springs, off the right wing. So, and it looks like, yeah, there's a road coming up. Yeah, that's what it is. Alder Springs up there. That's what it looks like. And there's a helicopter landing area up there for emergency use for the U.S. Forest Service. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Let's look like over here. We got rising terrain though now, folks. See, now that looks like the San Andreas Fault. Is that the San Andreas Fault coming right through here? Man, I don't know. But it looks like it. Oh yeah, we're up in the mountains now. We're gonna have to get smart here, people. We have, like I said, we don't have to worry about any IMC conditions, instrument meteorological conditions. I think that's what that means. IFR, instrument flight rules. We got good weather, just like Blancolirio had, just like Juan and Pete had on their flight. Look like beautiful weather they had. Look at that. Yeah, that's amazing. Beautiful country. With my hurt back, I don't know if I'll ever get back into real life aviation. I just can't sit that long. So this is the best I can do. It's the best I can do, Blancolirio. It's the best I can do. Steve-O, Knievo, and all of you YouTubers out there, I just don't think I can sit in an airplane for that long anymore. Somewhat breaks my heart too. But this is my way of kind of keeping current and staying in the community. I can use social media and YouTube. I did have a thrill, and I was able to, before I actually got diagnosed here with all of my back problems, all that, I got back in, 2020, I was able to go fly with Corey Robin in Ghost in his amazing Carbon Cub. So I'll definitely recreate one of Corey's flights. I kind of recreated one of his flights in the beginning of this flight, because when I nosed it down and start, but Corey, he put his in the Ohio River. So, and it's all on video. You can go check that out on YouTube and all that. So, all right, so we got 17 miles to go. It's right off the nose is Gravity Valley. We're actually going to be flying over it, and then the Lake Pillsbury. So over there is Snow Mountain. Look at that, that's beautiful over there. Snow Mountain Wilderness area. Here we go. It's beautiful flying out here, because you could actually get, like I said, you can get just regular sea level flying out here in the valley, like in Corning, and then you can come over here and you can fly in the mountains. It's amazing flying out here. So diverse. Oh yeah, looking good. I'm liking this. So we'll have a ridge that we've got to go over, and then we'll drop down into Gravity Valley. Of course, we can always use the space of the lake to help descend down, even if we need to spiral down a little bit. Save our ears a little bit. Fast descent, popping and all that kind of stuff. Just nice, easy descent down. Looking beautiful. Look at that. Snow Mountain out there. What else we got? Hull Mountain somewhere. Maybe this is Hull Mountain out here, maybe? Yeah, it could be. That could be Hull Mountain. I'm not really sure. Maybe that's Hull Mountain right there. They named some of the taller peaks on the VFR charts, so when you're dead reckoning, and so you want to, for us, we want to basically go between Snow Mountain and Hull Mountain. So we got two mountains. We got a tall mountain right there at 1 o'clock. Got a tall mountain over here. That's Snow Mountain. So we'll guess that's Hull Mountain. We want to go right between them. And that takes us, according to the chart, takes us right to Gravity Valley and Lake Pillsbury. Oh yeah. Alright, so I pretty much see where we need to go. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go ahead and go back here and turn on 3D vision and get ready for our bush landing. That way I just get more information about the aircraft, since I don't have the feel in my seat, you know, like I would in real life. Alright, gonna come off the power here just a little bit. Alright, it's got a nice easy descent here. Coming in, let's go take a look at what Fort Quebec Romeo looks like. Oh, that looks, yeah, that's sharp. I've got that thing trimmed up so nice. Woo! Looking good. Oh yeah, my back is getting a little tight here, folks. I'll be looking forward to get on the ground, shut her down, get a nice stretch in. I'm gonna go ahead and get in F-16 mode here a little bit. Kind of lay down in my chair. Get a nice stretch in. That feels good. We descend down here in the Gravity Valley in the Aviat A-1C Husky November 4 Quebec Romeo, which is Juan Brown of Blancolirio YouTube channel. Like I say, you can go watch the videos of in real life flights. Got links down in my description down there. So looking good. It's just a beautiful. This is a pay-wear model. It's not actually model of Fort Quebec Romeo. It's an A1C, so it's a newer model than what Blancolirio's got. I really wish I could have the steam gauges, the old steam gauges like he's got in his airplane, but you don't. But we can customize the tail number, so that's why I went ahead and put Fort Quebec Romeo on the tail. So, all right, I think I can start seeing water over that ridge. Yep. So we got to go over that ridge and then drop down into Gravity Valley. Yeah, I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see the dash. That might be a little bit even better view there. Look at that. There it is. Say it with me now. The maiden. Yeah, it is so much fun to watch those YouTube videos of these guys in real life flights. There's another one that I watch also that's really good, and that is Skyline Baron Pilot. And she flies, I think it's a Turbo Baron, and we've got a Turbo Baron here in the flight sim, so I'll probably do some of her flights too. The cool thing is she flies out of a grass strip aerodrome in Florida. So, and then they do flights up to like Tennessee, up to my neck of the woods in South Carolina. So that would be neat to reconstruct some of her flights too. So, all right, I can clearly see the lake here. The airfield is on this side, so closest to us this side of the lake. So the last thing we'll see is the airfield. So we'll fly out past the airfield. The airfield is at 1,900 feet, so it's roughly 3,000 feet. It's kind of pattern altitude. Look at that though. Look at that though. The be adventure biking, or you have like one of those razors and go explore, you know, these roads out here and camp. Also be amazing to go hunt You know, not necessarily here, but just this kind of topography out here in South Carolina. You know, we're pretty much flat topography, so sometimes when you see the plane pitch like that, it's because I've actually hit the stick, or I'm holding the stick, like when I move the cursor now, because that's the actual stick that also is flight controls. So as soon as I click it down, say, and so it remembers sometimes, so it kind of does sometimes a little motion in the ocean, you know what I'm saying? All right, well, there is Lake Pillsbury now that we can clearly see, and you can start to see over here Gravity Valley. There's the airstrip, Gravity Valley. There it is, right over there. So now we got rising terrain here, obviously right in front of us, but we're going to clear that. But I don't want to really go right at all. I mean, it's I don't want to land yet. I want to land down there, so I definitely don't want the rising terrain to come up and touch my wheel. That's not the plan. But we need to go see what the wind's doing. I don't think we can actually get enough information off the lake to see what the wind's doing. How long we've been streaming for? See, it's good. It's good for me to have that stretch break in the middle. Then about 2 hours, unfortunately, is about my max, just because I'm a hurting human, man. I'm a hurting human. Whew. I am defective. But it's just, you know, life, it's what it does, man. It's just what it does. All right, I can clearly see the airfield here. Go ahead and clear this ridge that we're going over right here. Once we are safely over that ridge, I'm going to go ahead and come back off the power, get a nice descent down. Yeah, that's beautiful out here. Look at this. Just beautiful. Beautiful weather we got for a nice flight here. All right. We'll come off the power here. Just start a descent down. Take a look. There's the airstrip. We're gonna trim. Remember, 3,000 feet is basically kind of pattern, 2,900 traffic's pattern altitude. All right, let's see if we can find a windsock, huh? And this high up. There's a vehicle down there. There's some other campers. I don't see a windsock. Looks like the windsock should be right there. That's but I don't see a windsock. All right, trim. Got 4,000 feet. Is that what the chart said? Chart said we've got, yeah, 4,000 feet of usable runway here. So, because I do not see a windsock. Now, I know what Blancolirio did, so if we've got some like calm winds, we might recreate his landing. But I'm going to go ahead and do another pass just to see if it's loaded in here. Just do some slow flying here. I mean, the windsock should be right there in that circle if they modeled one here, but I don't see one. Yep. All right, so we know from Cornyn, but we're going to go ahead and all right. Now I didn't see it. So we're going to go ahead and circle here. We're going to do the same landing that Blancolirio does in the real video. All right. Trim, trim, trim. Let's head out over the water here. So what they did in their videos, they landed over here, not even on this, on the actual airstrip. Oh, look at our shadow, that's cool. They landed over here on this road because they had a crosswind, and so the wind was really coming out of the west, so they landed to the west over here on this road. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so we're going to go just like they did. We're going to make our own runway. Alright, speed checks look good. I'll go ahead and bring in the flaps. Alright, everything's looking good. Alright, just do some flow flying here. If we don't like it, we can always go around. Alright, trim, trim, trim. Yeah, there we go. What they did is they just kind of came around the corner here. This road that's right below us, it makes a dog leg to the left, and they went between these trees, and then when the road straightens out right between these trees, that's where they landed. Looking good. I like this. I like it. Oh yeah, I like this. I like this right here. There we go. Oh, kablamo, man! Woo! Juan, you gotta be proud of that. Man, if you ever see this video, Juan, you gotta be proud of that landing. You gotta be proud of that one. And then right over here is where I'm gonna bring the flaps in. Look at that. Look at that. Then I think right over here is where they camped. Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, somewhere over here, like one of these slabs or something like that. So you're just gonna kind of kick it around like this, something like that. Oh, that's awesome. Oh man, that is amazing. Parking brake. All right, let's go ahead and turn off everything here. So lights all, oops, lights come off, those come off. We'll turn everything off. Batteries, let's go ahead and pull it. There we go. Master's off. Key is off. Door is open. Let's go ahead and throw out the drone. There we are. Let's go ahead and get the drone set up though real fast here. Let's go into the app, the DJI app. Let's throw this thing up, huh? Here we go. There we go. Oh yeah. That might be a little fast, but there it is. Look at that. Oh. There is 4 Quebec Romeo at Gravelly Valley. And we landed exactly the same as what Blancolirio did in his actual in real life video. Let's go ahead and zoom down here, take a look at the airfield. I don't see a windsock anywhere. We know where it's supposed to be. I mean, it's supposed to be right here in these rocks that make a circle. I mean, of course. I mean, that's why you fly overhead right here. There's no windsock there. But yeah, that was amazing. Oh, some over here. What is this? Huh? Some in the. I wonder if it's a plane. I'm gonna look at Google Earth, see what that is supposed to be. Huh? Something there. But here is 4 Quebec Romeo. Oh, that's awesome. That is so amazing. Oh, that is so cool. Well, what a great flight. All right, so you did it in a TBM. You flew over the French frigate shoals. So, okay, I'll do some research, and in a future flight here, maybe we'll take a look at going over the French frigate shoals. But I need to have a YouTube video because, like I said, I want to recreate YouTube flights, in real life flights. So, all right, with that, everybody, hey, you know what I'm saying? Click that like button if you do, subscribe if you haven't, and game on. I will see you next time because I am your favorite gamer's favorite uncle. I am Uncle Mike. Good night, everybody. Bye. Woo. Man, that was... What a great flight. Wow. What a great flight. It must have been amazing to do it in real life, too. Must have been